Welcome. This video is for members of the Tiara Leadership Resource Circle, and the purpose is to share a tool with you on producing results with greater ease. My name is Francisca Dekker. I'm one of the global leaders in Tiara, and I'm recording this video from my home office that is in the Netherlands. Now, when talking about producing results, we get a lot of things done in our lives by putting our attention to it and making things work to the best of our abilities. We all know that. But the problem is that we might overwork and we might get depleted, and we may lose or not use our best selves in the process. Now, in Tiara, we believe that we are able to produce results with more ease. We may still work hard, but we will also stay energized and we can continue to enjoy the process more. Now, the tool I want to share with you is a 4-step process. And you can download the tool from the link below this video. And next, I will guide you through several inquiries. You can stop the recording at any time when you want to take your notes and then pick it up when you are ready to continue. So let's get started. I will share the tool here on screen. Share screen. There we go. You can see that there are 2 pages, and you can start by writing your name and today's date in the upper right boxes of the first page. And there's also a space where you can write in what area you want results. Is it in work? Is it in your personal life? Health, finances, career, relationships of some kind? Just choose an area that is currently important to you. And in the upper left corner, you can see the 4 steps that I will be talking about. Simply be clear about what you want, take inspired actions, look ahead, and trust. Let's move to step 1. So you have chosen an area, and here you are asked to be clear about a result that you want. So examples of what you may want are a new position, a different job role. If your area is your career, maybe more or less responsibility, an impact with a certain project, a salary raise, all that kind of stuff. And if your choice area was health, for instance, you can choose the result as a result to have a healthy body, or healthy eater, be a healthy eater, or have an improved ability to move. The result that you want may be specific and tangible, but it can also be a certain feeling, such as a feeling of peace or a feeling of freedom. Now you can pause the recording here and choose a result that you want to have and write it in the text box under step 1. Very good. We stay with step 1, and now I ask you to think of why this result is important to you. Why do you want it? And what opens up if this result happens? Just pause, think of that, and make your notes of what's coming up. Great. I trust that you have found a couple of reasons why this result is important to you. And answering the why this is important question will probably make you feel energized. And what happens here is that your attention is shifting. It is shifting from the thing that you want to the reason behind. And you are getting to the deeper ones in this way that are underneath the results. What's interesting is that for every new awareness that comes up for you here, you can ask the why question again. And in this way, you can deepen your connection to the result that you want. Now, what you can do is take a moment to really bask in that feeling space and imagine those deeper wants to be fulfilled. Just pause the recording here to do that. Also take some more notes if you want, or just join me in step 2. Step 2 says take only inspired actions. Now, When you are tapped into that feeling of knowing why the result is important, it's very possible that ideas and insights come to you intuitively. The clearer you are about what you want and why, the easier it is to take the next step because the next step will come to you. It bubbles up as if you're guided, and you may get a hinge, for instance, to call or to meet with a certain person, to block time in your calendar for something, to stop doing something, to make an investment, and so forth and so forth. So you can pause the recording here and jot down what comes up for you. Your notes will fit in the box under step 2. So inspired actions are actions that feel good. They are intuitive and they don't feel like a should or a have to. Those we would call more motivational actions. So emotions are a clue to inspired actions. Now, when you are connected to your why, you are most likely in a good feeling place, but not always, or not always in a sustained way. So if you are in a less than good place throughout this exercise, here's what you can do. First of all, it's important to consider how you are truly feeling in respect of what you want and why you want it. Be honest. There's no right or wrong. For instance, it can be that you experience a sadness or a powerlessness, possibly from past experiences. And maybe that is from having tried so many times to work towards this result before, but without success. If that is so, then first is to accept the reality of that you are feeling what you are feeling. It is so. And next, when you manage to be with your feeling, you can gently see if you can reach for the feeling of relief. We call this climbing the emotional scale. And I'll give you two more ways, either to think or to do something to climb that emotional scale. One is, can you find some better feeling thoughts? The question here is, what are you actually thinking when you're feeling what you're feeling? Are there other thoughts that are also true and make you feel better? For example, if somehow you think that the result is out of your reach and you keep thinking that you have tried many times before without success, then you can think, yes, it's true. I have tried so many times and the road to success isn't always linear, so I can try again. You need to experiment for yourself and play with this a bit. And do get in touch with us if you would like to know more. The second is you can actually do something easy and small that makes you feel better. We call that a nourishing practice. You can make yourself a nice cup of tea, you can go for a walk, you can do some stretches, you can listen to music, a song that always makes you feel good. You can call someone who's a good listener, you can meditate, whichever works for you. So these are two ways to feeling better. And one more thing, and that is if nothing works, we advise you to do nothing because, you know, inspiration will kick in eventually in its own time. You can pause the recording here again and add to your notes to step 2, or maybe do even a practice here that makes you feel better. Get your cup of tea. All right, let's move to step 3, which is about looking ahead. Why is looking ahead important? Well, that is because energy flows where attention goes, and the results that you want is in the future and not in the past. However, we can get jeopardized when we don't make progress. And then we can get caught and held back in the past or what's not there yet. And here are a couple of questions to help you to be ahead of that and stay proactive with your attention forward. You can pause as you need after each question to take your notes. So here's the first question. How do you get distracted? What is really successful to hijack your attention? And what fears, what are fears that may get in your way and hold you put? What can you do with them? And then, how will you hold your future vision and your focus forward? And the last question here, can you identify ways to see progress, even if they're really small? So now you have a couple of reminders on how to support yourself to look ahead, and just please make sure that you capture what's important in the text box with step 3. I would like to add 2 comments here. And one is that looking forward is about really choosing what you focus on. It's about choosing to focus on what you want to occur in the future. And the other one is that having a forward perspective makes a huge difference also in seeing opportunities for action. And you are more likely to see signs of what you want occurring, even the small ones. And if you see those signs, that leads to feeling good, that leads to more inspired actions, that leads to producing the results that you want. And in a way, you become a self-fulfilling prophecy of what you want. Great, we come to the 4th step. And that step 4 is to trust that you can get the results that you want. The thing is that when you do not trust, you are interfering with the process of producing results with ease. You know, worry takes your energy away. And here's a favorite metaphor that we like to use. That is to imagine you are at a restaurant and you're giving your order of you want to eat. But instead of sitting at your table and trusting that you will be served, that your order will come, you go into the kitchen and start checking on the cook what he's doing. Now, that is a bit what it is like when you don't trust that you can get the result that you want. Now, let's take a moment here as well to look at your own relationship with trust, because we all trust at times and we do not trust at other times. So how is that working out for you? And here's a short inquiry of 3 questions. Again, you can pause the video after each question to take your notes. First question, when have you felt trusting that you can have what you want? Then, when have you not trusted that you can have what you want? And what gets in the way of you trusting that you can have what you want? Great. The thing is, it is important to get that trust is also a choice. And that may sound a bit provocative. Sometimes you feel you have no way to choose. But really, you can choose to trust or you can choose to not trust. Trust is a verb. You can use to trust because you choose to trust, and you don't need others or life circumstances to prove that they are worthy of your trust. So let's wrap up this session. The proof of the pudding is always in the eating. And in conclusion, we can say that we are able to produce results with more ease, and that is by staying true to our vision and by being intentional. And we can say that our feelings are a great clue. So if you are not feeling good, if you're feeling good, you are likely to be on track with all 4 steps. And if you are feeling not so good, then you can check these 4 steps and see what is missing. One final tip, that is, we have learned to make SMART goals, and we strongly advise to make them SMART-T, adding the I for inspirational from now on. Well, thank you for taking the time to invest in yourself and in your continued leadership development. And please reach out with any questions. We are here and we hope you enjoy the process. Thank you.